if you're down bad, you might as well prove them wrong. And I genuinely believe that this is the video for you. Why? Because you've reached rock bottom, yeah? Rock bottom. It doesn't get any worse than that. Where else can you go? Because you're down on your, literally, on your knees. Several sleepless nights where you can't sleep properly because you're thinking, what am I going to do? What is my life going to turn out to be like? What am I going to do with my life? I'm here to tell you, look, you're doing the best you can and your best hasn't been working. The first step that you need to do is you need to switch your strategy around. And that's exactly what we're doing, even on this channel and other channels. But we're switching the way we play the game. And for me, I don't know about you, I've realized that the game is not played fair. The people who are at the top, they're not playing the game fair at all. And that's exactly what we're going to be adapting as well. But we're going to be keeping everything legal, obviously. We don't want to go to jail. You don't want to get arrested. You don't want anything that's going to be detrimental to you, your well-being and so forth. But you want to play the game smarter and outside of the box. In this case, I guess, think outside the box, right? And the way we're going to be doing is we're going to be focusing on investment, because most of the time it's people's finances that takes a hit, and physicality, people are not in shape. So you analyze what it is for you, but you've landed on this video for a purpose and for a reason. And I'm telling you things that I've been putting into place that's been helping me, because if you don't know, I reached rock bottom, okay? Reached entire rock bottom at 30 years old, entered my 30s reaching rock bottom, and now we can finally see some light and we're beginning to climb out. The road is long, but it is possible. Where there's a will, there's a way, and if it's possible for one, it's possible for all. So you want to get yourself a basic 9-to-5 job that you don't like. I don't know how else to tell you. Get yourself a job that you pretty much don't like. But the liking of the job will come later on. In the job that you don't like, you're going to end up liking it later on when you start to see your bank balance grow. You're like, oh, whoa, okay. Before we were at zero, now we're starting to see some movement. We're starting to see some numbers. Trust me, it gets way juicier than that. But just get a job that you don't like. That is first step. All right? Warehouse, whatever it is, who cares? And then work like a madman or woman. Ask for extra hours if you can. Work. You need to be working a minimum of not less than 50 hours. Not less than 50 hours a week. Step 2, which you're probably going to hate me for this, but hey, you clicked on it. If you're down bad, this is my extreme plan on how I'm going to get out of poverty, how I'm going to exponentially grow, because I'm choosing to sacrifice today to be able to gain tomorrow. You're going to ask for more hours. Yeesh. Yeah, I know. You're looking at me like, whoa, this guy is crazy. Yeah, I know, I am. You're going to ask for more hours, because the more hours is going to allow you to it's tough, but I do have to say it. It's going to pretty much allow you to get close to burning out, but you're not going to burn out, because what's the worst that's going to happen? You've already tasted the other end. The other end is bitter, it's not nice, it's brokerdom, where you just don't have anything. You don't have the motivation to even do anything because you don't have any money. Your mindset is all corrupt. You're not in shape. We're going to get to the shape part next, so don't worry about that. But we're tackling the finances because money makes the world go around. You've heard the term, and unfortunately it's true. It's a video where I'm just keeping it real with you. Unfortunately, it is true. So ask for more hours too. The third thing that you're going to do is, especially if they're not allowed to give you more hours, you're going to get a second job. And you're going to treat that job as like a side hustle job-ish, but you're going to complete the hours that you're not able to complete. So in all, you should be doing like close to 80 hours. Okay? This is not financial advice, but this is just me documenting and telling you what I've done and what I've been doing and what has been working. And lo and behold, I'm fine. You get tired, when you get tired, just ask for a day off or something. Or pretend that not pretend, but you could be sick ahead of time. Rest and then get back to it. But trust me, when that bank account starts to grow, you're going to be living life. you're going to be seeing the light at the end of the tunnel and saying to yourself, Jesus, like, how did I get here? One, and I used to think it's not possible, but now it's possible. You see? So then the fourth thing that I want you to do is jump on Facebook Marketplace and start flipping stuff. Most of you guys, you have things lying around like these, for example, Bluetooth headphones, a pair of Bluetooth headphones, Sony ones. In fact, so these, if you had something like this, you could end up selling it for like 30, 40 pounds, $50, whatever it is. Flip stuff on Facebook Marketplace. Trust me, it works. It just takes a bunch of time. So if you've got the time, if you've got a vehicle, by all means, what are you waiting for? So if you have some downtime, flip and sell stuff on Facebook Marketplace. It works. You can also sell them on eBay as well. If you're America, in America, Craigslist. I don't know if Craigslist is still around, but I just hear that flying everywhere. Online arbitrage is pretty much what you want to be doing. So find any form of secondhand place where you can sell things secondhand and start selling it. You'll be surprised as the little, how little can go a long way, you know? How the spare 30, 40, 100 bucks here and then can really add and contribute to your investment journey. And I say investment because I don't really want to use savings, okay? So this is pretty much going to be your road to 10K and then to 100K, 50 and then 100. But really it's like my journey to 100 grand, okay? To saving 100 grand. But you can't save your way there. And that's the method that I've been using that has been working. I haven't been saving my way there. I've been investing my way there, which leads us to step number 5. You need to open up an investment account. Okay, investment brokerage or account, whatever it is, you have to open one up ASAP. Rocky, you need to open one instantly. So for us here in the UK, we use Trading 212. Open up a Trading 212 account if you're in the UK. A Robinhood, I believe, if you're in America, or Roth or whatever it is. But you need to make sure that money is not sitting in a high yield savings account. With a high yield savings account, you can use it, but I wouldn't use it to grow the big money, if that makes sense, because this is your big money that you're trying to focus on. And then for your high yield savings account, you want to use like an emergency fund or something like that. So build an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months that if anything goes bad, you've got that cash direct access that you can sell out of the position without losing money that you've been working super hard for. And then you can go about things like that. But that's really tip number 6, emergency fund. But we're focusing right now on extreme stuff that's going to help you scale. And for you to scale quickly, a high yield savings account is not going to cut it. It's not going to do it. It has to be an investment account. And then number 6 is I want you to pick a stock. You can go the ETF route, but for me, I'm telling you what I've been doing that has been working. Okay. And if I had my phone on me, I'll show you. But if you guys want me to even make a separate video documenting my account, I'll show you guys. But we've in as little as a couple of months, we went from 0 basically to having now 12K. Okay, it fluctuates due to investment percentages and whatnot, but it's basically 12. All right, and I'm telling you right now, you're looking at someone who's starting from 0, and it was very bad. But we made it work. So 6 is having an emergency fund. But talking on that number 5, you pick a stock. ETFs you want to work on later on when you've built up some wealth and you want to preserve it, where it's less risky. But you want to pick a stock, and I'm just going to be honest with you. I picked Tesla, okay? And reason why is because of the volatility. It allows you to swing trade and to go in and out. So basically, you put your money in when it's low, you sell out when it's high, you keep the profit, you wait when it's low, and you jump back in again. Boom, 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 boom. Reason why is because I've analyzed Tesla on a level that the average person hasn't really analyzed Tesla. I've been talking about it for years upon years, where it's more than going places. The future's changing. Self-driving vehicles, full FSD, so full self-driving, unsupervised is coming. The robotaxi, Optimus Prime, pretty much the humanoid robots. All of this stuff that they've got down the pipeline that are coming. Okay, it's not if or when. If you want to talk to me about Waymo this, I'm telling you right now, you're flawed, because cars itself can't use LiDAR. You're just temporarily solving things, okay? But I don't want to go too much down the side route, because that's, once you begin to understand the investment world and what I'm talking about, it's all going to make sense, but you need to understand this, okay? But pick a company that you know are going to be here future-wise. If you look around, probably you had something delivered from Amazon. So take a hint. Is Amazon going to be here in the next 10 years? Maybe. Duh. Of course. Okay? So you pick a stock like that and you start investing. Why? And why am I telling you this? Because when I started saving, if I did not invest, I'll only have about 4 grand. Okay? Only have about 4 grand. But since investing, it turned it into 12. So trust me, I know what I'm telling you and what I'm talking about. And I'm one of the most transparent people on this platform who will just keep it real, okay? If you want some proof and all of this stuff, trust me, I will make it. All you have to do is just ask for it in the comment section down below. Whilst you're there, like the video, show some love, and let me know, where are you in your journey, okay? Where are you journey-wise? Like, are you from 0? Have you saved 1K, an emergency fund? Or are you just completely struggling? Let me know, and I'll do whatever I can to be able to help you out in the comment section down below. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. God bless.